Hey, welcome to Bookish Bingo episode 5. Hopefully the last episode where... Why you do that to me? Welcome to episode 5. We are getting very close to getting a bingo. I have already picked out my prompt for the first book that I'm reading for this episode. I will introduce that in a second, but just to do a little recap so far to catch you back up, I have read 12 books so far, so I am on my 13th one. It's going. I'm ready for a bingo, guys. I really want a bingo in this episode. This next prompt actually worked out so well, which I've been finding that's how it's working so far in these episodes. I don't know how I'm getting so lucky, but a lot of the times I pick a prompt and it's for a book that I want to read, or it's for a book that I have available on Libby. I got a romance, so this is gonna be the next prompt genre, whatever. I think like a month ago, I put in a hold for Dungeons and Drama on Libby. It's a young adult rom-com. This has been a book that I wanted to read for a while just because I think it's super cute. I am about 26% of the way through this. It's a very short book. It's moving very fast. Basically, our main character, it starts off with her and her friend driving to Columbus. She's in high school. She doesn't even have a license, and her mom was gone for a little bit or whatever. So her and her friend drive to Columbus to see this musical or play or Broadway show or something. And of course, that's not good because she can't legally drive. But she's like, oh, I didn't get pulled over. It's all fine. It's all good. Okay, typical teenager, whatever. She comes back, but not before her mom gets home. So her mom finds out what happened. She gets in trouble. And now she has to go work at her dad's game store, hobby store. But I think she's gonna grow to love like playing Dungeons and Dragons and learning about all these board games and trading card games and whatnot. I think it's gonna be a fun read. It definitely is kind of cheesy so far. This is fake dating, and the point where we led up to the fake dating and how that all came to be was kind of cringy. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I can do this, if this is gonna keep happening, but it's fine. It's just a little cheesy. Very much in a reading mood right now, so I'm literally canceling everything I'm doing to read. This book is less than 300 pages. It's like 290 something. I think that I can finish this tonight. I'm gonna be honest. I'm on page 73. It's moving really fast, so I think I can finish this in almost a day. I'm gonna chill here with Oliver. I got my tea. I got my lo-fi music on. Gonna have a cozy night. The next morning, I had my very cozy night, chilling on my bed, finishing Dungeons and Drama, drinking my tea, listening to lo-fi music, eating some tag-alongs. I got my Girl Scout cookies. Thin Mints, #1. Elite will always be elite. Gotta have multiple boxes of those. Runner-up, tag-alongs, and that's pretty much all you need for Girl Scout cookies. Anyway, not talking about Girl Scout cookies, we were talking about books. So I did finish Dungeons and Drama by Christy Boyce. It was really cute. I don't know if I specifically said what the whole fake dating situation was, but I do think since it's such a short book, it's nice to just not know as much as you possibly can. But there is a fake dating situation going on. I think all I said was that it was kind of cheesy the way that it all started, but it was really cute, and I liked how everything played out. Obviously you have like the third act conflict in the ending, but that wasn't too bad based on the situation between our characters and what they were fake dating for. I do kind of wish this book was longer just because it was cute. I like spending time with the characters. It's a good mix of the Dungeons and Dragons like store hobby thing and the drama department as well, and musicals and plays and theater. I just like how that all came together. The ending was so sweet in this with all the characters and the roles that they played and what was happening with the musical at the school and everything. I think I'm gonna give this one a 4 stars. I really liked the characters and how much personality they had because they had their hobbies and it made it enjoyable to read about them. Yes, it was definitely cheesy. If you don't like modern day type things in books, like if that completely turns you away from the books, then don't read this because there are a couple celebrities in here that are mentioned, some song names, musicals, just stuff like that, like social media things. I usually find that stuff cringy in books, but this one from the beginning you kind of get that vibe because you're talking about so many real life things. So I was expecting that from the beginning. It didn't really affect me too much. So 4 stars for Dungeons and Drama. We're gonna put our prompt on there, then pick another prompt because I have absolutely no idea what I'm reading next. A little nervous because I hope it's a book that I have and I don't have to go get because I like to read every single day before I go to bed, and at least before I go to bed. So if I don't have a book tonight, I'm gonna feel really weird and a little lost. This is a romance. I believe the genres are down here. Yes. Okay, this is in a corner. This is good. So we'll have 1 more in this row and then 2 more in that one. We'll have 1 more in this diagonal. This next book, guys, it could be our bingo. Pop that in the bottom corner down there. I don't know if you guys can see it. This board reflects a lot of light, so it's hard to read. Oh my god. We're getting down to it. I know this is gonna be it. This is gonna be the last prop. Maybe. Hopefully. What do I want? I think I still have like a 5-star prediction. I'm just really hoping it's a book that I don't have to buy. Well, I actually, when I was doing my planner and setting it up for the month of March, I made it one of my goals to not buy a book this month, which I'm gonna have to buy Zodiac Academy #4 because that gets traditionally published on April 1st, which is the new cover, but I need the old cover, so I'm gonna have to buy that one this month, but that's my exception. I'm gonna try not to buy another book. Okay, guys, this is it. I'm gonna close my eyes. We're gonna pick our maybe last prompt. I don't know which one I want. This one. Okay, what is it? Wait. Oh, this is one of your 5-star reads. Okay, I don't think this is gonna be the last prompt because I don't remember seeing this on the board when I was looking at the other ones. This is one of your guys' 5-star reads. So I have to post, oh god, I hope people respond. Okay, let me make a post on my YouTube community tab real quick and see if we get any books that I have on my physical TBR. Okay, so I'm just gonna say I need your help. My next read is gonna be one of your 5-star reads. Comment a list of books you've rated 5 stars and I'll pick one to read next. I will come back when I have a result. Hopefully I have a lot of options to choose from. I'm very excited for this. Hopefully I don't hate the book that I picked because I don't want to do that to you guys. We'll see. So I'll come back when I have my answer, my pick, and we'll discuss that. My eyes are watery. I just yawned. I'm not crying, I promise. I'm tired. It's later in the day. I have figured out what book I'm reading next. And I am so excited. Now I might start crying. No, I'm just kidding. I can't believe this one worked out for me as well. Like, I feel I just have the best of luck with Bookish Bingo, besides the amount of books that I have to read. So we have A Kiss of Shadows, which I've never heard of that one, but they said this is the book that got them back into reading. We have Haunting Adeline, which I'm gonna be so honest, I feel like I would probably hate that book. Blood Like Magic, they said it's so good, culture, POC, queer, sci-fi, urban fantasy, and more, which sounds perfect. I love sci-fi, urban fantasy, and all that stuff. This one I'll definitely add to my TBR because it sounds super interesting. I have it pulled up right here on Goodreads. It says, an urban fantasy debut following a teen witch who is given a horrifying task, sacrificing her first love to save her family's magic. The problem is she's never been in love. She'll have to find the perfect guy before she can kill him. I do want to film a video where I'm reading your guys' 5-star reads, so I'm gonna keep this post up on my page. If you guys want to comment your 5-star reads, if you're just now seeing this, feel free to go ahead in my community tab on my page, and then you guys can let me know what books you will want me to see, and then I'll probably come back to this to film that video whenever I decide to do that. Someone commented the one book that I want to read so bad. I was waiting for Bookish Bingo to be over so I could read this book because I didn't think I was going to be able to read it for Bookish Bingo. So the fact that they commented this was absolutely perfect, and that is Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wong. It's been a book that I've been looking forward to reading for months now, so I have to go with that one. They said it's their only 5-star read of the year so far. I have it downloaded on my Kindle. I've had it downloaded on there for a while now. I don't know entirely, I don't know what it is about at all, other than the fact that people are suggesting it and saying it's a good book. This is a standalone fantasy though. I think it's more of a high fantasy or an epic fantasy, but it says a mother struggling to repress her violent past, a son struggling to grasp his violent future, and then a father blind to the danger that threatens them all. When the winds of war reach their peninsula, will the Matsuda family have the strength to defend their empire, or will they tear each other apart before the true enemies even reach their shore? Thank you, whoever commented Sword of Kaigen. I'm gonna start this tonight sometime, probably only read a little bit. I don't plan on reading a ton tonight, and then I will come back with hopefully info on what this book is about. We have our first update for The Sword of Kaigen. I'm 46% of the way through this book, and I have been reading it for about a week now, so it's been a while. It's crazy because I feel like I have read an entire trilogy already, and I'm not even halfway through the book yet, which is a good thing because there's so much in this book. There's so much depth to it, and I just feel like I've spent so much time in this world and with these characters already that I know them so well, and I've grown my attachment to them. I love that it feels very intense and that there's so much to it, and we're not even halfway through the book yet, because I was a little skeptical on it being a standalone. I feel like with fantasy, it's hard to make something a standalone without there being too much to it, but this one is honestly perfect. I'm terrified for the last half of the book, but I think it's gonna be really, really good. I'm having great feelings about this already, and I'm very much enjoying my time. I don't think I gave too much about what this was about when I introduced the book. Basically, we are following this family, and they are on like the top of the mountain, a part of this empire. They're kind of separated, but they are extremely powerful. They're able to wield ice and water and use that power. We have a 14-year-old son, a part of this family, and it's told in kind of a dual point of view. We're following a lot of scenes with the 14-year-old son, and then we are following the mother. The son is trying to train to be as good of a fighter as the rest of his family and his ancestors. The mother, it's kind of a typical situation where she's married into this family to produce heirs. She doesn't really enjoy what she has right now. She feels like she's not very important other than the fact that she is just producing offspring. So we have all this power between the family, and basically what is happening is that there is this surprise attack almost on their empire. They're very frantic to defeat this army that is coming in because they're not prepared for it. They weren't expecting it at all. With this family being the most powerful, it's all going to fall back on them. It's interesting because the mother of the story is essentially hiding her past. We got a glimpse into her past and what her life was like back then. She's hiding her secrets and what she is able to do, her capabilities and her strength that she has on her own. And I think with this attack coming in, she's going to have to show that, and everybody's going to find out the life that she lived before. I feel an attachment to her character. I think she's going to be my favorite character. We also think that the Empire has been lying to these people. The history they're being taught is not true at all. There's quite a bit going on because we have another character that we got introduced to in the very beginning that is from a northern territory. So he knows most about what is going on outside of the Kaganese Empire. He is kind of telling our main character what he thinks, and then our main character has to decide if he's telling the truth or not. We're gonna read. I have 6 hours and 18 minutes approximately. We'll see how far I get today before I want to stop reading, and then I'll come back with an update. Hopefully I finish today. It is kind of hard for me to just sit here and read for a very long time, but we'll see. Okay guys, did I finish The Sword of Kaigen, or did The Sword of Kaigen finish me? The answer is yes. I love this book. I'm giving it a 5 stars easily. I think if you're somebody who's intimidated by more of a high fantasy or an epic fantasy that can be a little confusing, I don't think that you will have too much of an issue with this book. I felt like it did a really fantastic job of introducing the world to us and everything that... Why does this happen to me 2 seconds? The last time I updated, I feel like this always happens to me, but I updated and then I continued reading, and I think like 3% more of the book I was at a really rough part. I was holding back tears. It was very hard to read. I didn't expect that to happen early on, like halfway through the book. I've heard a lot of people say that this book is heartbreaking. I was expecting that towards the end, but it honestly happened around the 50% mark, and it was rough. I was struggling to not cry, which I should have just cried and let it out because I was alone and it doesn't matter. The only thing I can say was that this book was written very well. The setup was fantastic. I've never felt like there was any boring parts. Every single page in this book felt like it was super important to the story, and it is over 600 pages. It took me a week to read, but I never felt like I was bored with it, or I didn't feel like I was losing connection to the book in between my pickups of the book, because sometimes when it takes me a week to read a book, I feel very disconnected from it and I don't feel like I'm attached to it anymore. But this one, I just got more and more attached to it. I highly recommend this one. It's very, very good. Definitely heartbreaking, but also a very important story. So that is The Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wong. Thank you to whoever commented The Sword of Kaigen on that post. I'm losing track. I think that was book 14 maybe. We gotta put the prompt on this board. So this was one of your 5-star reads. Thank you to everybody who commented. I appreciate it a lot, and I will hopefully be getting to those books in the future. One of your 5-star reads is right over here, so we're gonna pop that on there. And unfortunately that does not give us a bingo, but we are very close. I am going to read through my prompts real quick because I haven't updated on the remaining of my prompts. I have a literary fiction, a book that continues a series, a book you've been pushing off, an author you've never read, a book you've never heard anyone talk about, a young adult, blind date with a book, which may be hard for me because I had planned to not extend this video series into March, and February's Valentine's Day, so I was like, oh, it will be easy to find a blind date with a book. Well, now it's like a month past Valentine's Day, so I don't know how easy that's gonna be. If I get that prompt, I might have to pick another one. Book another booktuber is currently reading. I have reread an old fave, and then we have a 5-star prediction. Let's pick the next prompt, hopefully the last one. That one jumped out. Should we pick that one? Did you guys see that? I don't even know if that was in frame. Okay, blind date with a book. See, it ran away from me for a reason. Okay, let's not pick that one because I truly do not think I'm going to be able to find one of those. We'll pick a separate one. I don't know. I'm so nervous. A book another booktuber is currently reading. Okay, this will be interesting. If you guys want to add me on Goodreads, you can feel free to do that. I always have it linked in my description. I just took screenshots of people that I am friends with or following on Goodreads that I know have a booktube channel. So first we have Mimi. She's reading A Reign of Rose, which is the 3rd book in the Sacred Stones trilogy. I have read that already. Very curious to see what she thinks about that. And then she's also reading the 1st book in the Natural series, which I've read that as well. So can't be picking anything from her. Next we have Allie. She's reading God of Fury by Rena Kent. I don't think I have any interest in that book. I also think it's like a book in a series, so I can't read that one anyway. So that is going to be a no as well. And then Heather McLary is reading Out of the Woods, which is the second book after Out on a Limb. I have not read that yet, so can't read that one. And then War of Hearts. I don't know what that is, but the cover is very interesting. Neither of those were our pick. We have our winner. And this is the book that Lauren is currently reading. She's currently reading Watermoon. I just bought this book. It's right here. Someone also commented on my bookstore vlog saying that they want me to feature this in a reading vlog, I believe. So here you go. This is gonna be in here. Very excited for this. I have high hopes for this one as well. I think I could possibly rate this a 5-star. This one is about a pawn shop. It's disguised as like a ramen shop. It only appears to people who are lost and that need this pawn shop. Those who are lost will find a place to pawn their life choices and deepest regrets. But then the owner of this pawn shop wakes up and she finds her father missing, and the pawn shop is all ransacked and one of the items in there has been stolen. So she teams up with someone that comes into the pawn shop. They try to search for her father and figure out what happened. We'll see how it goes though. I'm gonna start this one later today probably. I think this might be the last book. We'll see when I finish it. Let's do this. Let's get a bingo. I've been reading this book for I don't even know, maybe like 4 days, and I'm on page 125, so not far at all. Less than 20 pages into this book, I already knew that I loved it so much, and I have a feeling it's gonna be a 5-star read for me. I think the main thing that I can say about this book and why I love it so much, it is definitely Studio Ghibli-esque, and that is what I love about books that I'm learning. Obviously, I love those movies and they mean a lot to me, so I'm glad that I'm finding more books that give off those same feelings. And I think the best way I can describe it, which I feel like I'm going to be so bad at this, but in a fantasy, normally you get the magic or the characters themselves have the magic, or you get them casting specific spells, or there's like a certain type of magic that is very well known. With books like these, the magic seems to come more from the world itself. The characters somewhat have their own magical powers, but their powers are coming from the world and the elements of Earth, kind of. I love the idea of nature being magical, so I'm loving it so far. I'm having a really good time. I'm going through it very slowly just because I've been crazy busy and I have not had much time to read, but we're gonna get through this hopefully within the next couple of days. You see a mess in the background. I'm currently spring cleaning my room, going through all of my bins, my drawers, organizing my closet, and then I'm about to like spring clean and reorganize my bookshelves. So I think you're gonna see that video before this one. You guys are getting the before clip in the background right now, but it is kind of a mess. I just figured I haven't updated this book yet, so I figured I would take a pause on my spring cleaning and update you guys, let you know how I'm feeling. I'm gonna go back to cleaning, unfortunately, but I'm gonna get things done, feel organized, and then after I feel not so disheveled, I will read my book and maybe finish it. Hello, you are going to have to excuse my voice. I randomly got sick yesterday. I'm starting to cough and stuff. I don't know what's going on, but I needed to update because yesterday I wanted to finish Watermoon, but I was not feeling good. I just literally laid in my bed most of the day and didn't do anything. I have about 80 pages left or something, but I wanted to give another update before I finish this. My thoughts have changed a little bit. I was loving it before. I don't think it's going to be a 5-star read for me anymore. I had those feelings because I love the whole setting of this. I love how whimsical it is, and the adventures we are getting taken on are so cool. But at this point now, I do feel like our male main character, who is technically the love interest, his name is Keishin, I really want more from him. I think he can be a very complex character. We've gotten hints of him in his life because he is from the real world, and then our main character Hana is from this magical world. Keishin definitely seems interesting, and I want to know more about his backstory. I feel like there should be something that we find out that connects him to her, but I don't know if we're gonna get that. I just think it would make it super interesting. So depending on how that plotline goes and how that ends up, I could get back to liking this book the same way that I did before. But I also feel like the adventure of Hana trying to find her father, I think we're drifting away from that a little bit. We are getting a lot of adventure in this book. There's a lot of things that are linked together in this world, but not necessarily linked to the adventure of finding her father. There are moments where I'm kind of forgetting that that is what we're doing and that is the point of the book, which maybe the point's changing, I'm not sure. I think it's just gonna be a situation where I have to read to the end to find out how it wraps up. As of right now, I do feel a little different. I don't think it's gonna be a 5-star anymore, but it's definitely gonna be high up there still, just because I love the vibes of this book, and this is exactly what I want in a book. It's a type of magic that I like. So that is where I'm at right now, but I wanted to update since I haven't yet. I think I've only updated once since I started this, but we're almost done. I've been reading this for over a week now, so it's been a while. I've just been really busy with work and stuff. It's actually crazy because yesterday I wasn't feeling good, and that was the first day that I have not read a single page or chapter of a book since the beginning of this year, and then also however many months that I did last year too. I don't know when the last time there was a day where I didn't read at all, so it's definitely a weird feeling. I just could not bring myself to read anything because I was exhausted at night. I really wanted to just read one chapter of something, but I couldn't do it. We have finished Watermoon. I cried at the end. I don't know if you guys could tell that I was crying, but it was very emotional ending. I liked the ending a lot. I think it was a sweet story. I liked how everything played out. I loved the world, the writing. There was a lot of great quotes in here that make you think. All around, just a fantastic book. We did get more on Keishin, which I really enjoyed. Around the 200 page mark was where we kind of drifted away from the adventure of finding Hana's father, and it felt like we were forgetting where we were going, but our characters were caught up in the separate adventure and going through all of these places in their world and seeing what magic everything has to offer. So while I do feel like it drifted a little bit, it was still a fun time. I think my only complaint is that the ending felt a little rushed. There seemed to be a lot happening in the end, a lot of plot twists, which is good. I love when there's plot twists in books, but I think the pacing of it was too fast for me. It felt like a lot of things were just being thrown at you back and forth, but I think that was it. I loved every other second of this book. I really enjoyed where this took me. I think I'm gonna give it like a 4.75, and while the romance in here was very subtle, you knew that it was happening, but it wasn't the forefront of the story. I still really enjoyed it. I think it was in there a good amount, and I liked how it ended. There were many sweet moments between the two characters. The words that they exchanged, or what they were thinking about each other, was really sweet as well. But yeah, definitely don't go into this thinking that you're gonna get a lot of romance if that is what you're looking for. Very much an adventure book, and I just really enjoyed it. That prompt was a book that a booktuber is currently reading. I don't know if Lauren finished this yet. I haven't really been on Goodreads or whatever, and I don't think she's uploaded a video yet, so I don't know what her thoughts are on this book. Hopefully I find out soon, and then we will see what she thinks about that. But we're gonna put this on our bingo board. I don't know if this is gonna get us a bingo. I'm hoping, because now that I'm sick, I kind of just want to let this go. I feel like I can't express myself the way that I want to, because I'm just like, I'm gonna be hacking. I think this is it. I'm so excited. Pop that on there. Here we go. Okay, great. What am I gonna do after this? Mood read? It's gonna be weird to mood read. Guys, bingo, bingo, we got it. I'm so happy. You don't even understand. We read 15 books. I definitely thought that the max amount of books that I would read is maybe 12, which doesn't seem like a big difference, but still, when you actually read 3 books and it takes a couple weeks to read 3 books, it's like, it's a lot of time added on. Wow. No, I definitely thought we were going to be anywhere between 10 and 12, but the fact that it took this many, it's kind of satisfying though, because each episode had 3 books, and then I'm sad that I'm never going to have to look at this again. What am I going to do with this, by the way? Like, what do I just do with my random bingo board that I have? I want to go through all the books that we read in this video and just kind of wrap up what we went through. First book that kicked off this whole series, we had God's Grave by Jay Kristoff. I believe that book was a 4-star. I would still keep it at a 4-star. Daughter of the Pirate King. I did not like that one. I think I gave it a 2-star. It just felt really flat for me. Beartown. I'm surprised that book was that early on. I feel like I read that recently. That was a 5-star read for me. Heavenly Bodies. Didn't really like that one. I gave it like a 2.5. Jade City. Fantastic book. I love that one as well. The Reckoning, which is the 3rd book in the Zodiac Academy series. I don't remember how I felt about that one. I think it was my least favorite out of the series so far. James, which was my first audiobook ever. Definitely enjoyed my time with it. That was a fantastic book. A Stark Few, which was the indie published book. That one was like a 4.5. I think. Deep End by Ellie Hazelwood. That was such a letdown for me, unfortunately. I gave it a 2 or a 2.5. I'd probably give it a 2 now. I don't know. Winter Garden was also a bust for me. I gave that one a 2. The Favorites by Lane Fargo. It was so fun. Highly recommend that one. Of Jade and Dragons. I gave that one a 3-star. It was okay. Kicking off this episode, we had Dungeons and Drama by Christy Boyce. The Sword of Kaigen, which is a 5-star read for me. And then lastly, Watermoon. 4.75. What a great way to end this bingo, and especially this episode. We had a 4-star, a 5-star, and now a 4.75 star. I think this is my best episode out of everything. I'm very happy with the ending of this. I had a wonderful time. I definitely recommend making your own bingo board. It was super fun. Obviously, it doesn't have to be this big if you just want to make a little small one. I know a lot of people put these in their reading journals, and then if they read a book that fits a prompt, they mark it on their little bingo board. Thank you guys so much for watching this journey with me. It took over 2 months, I want to say, because we started the beginning of January and now it is March 21st. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching all these videos. I will always have the playlist linked in the description of this video and all the other Bookish bingos if you guys want to catch up on this series or if you have not seen it yet so far. I hope you guys have a great day or great night wherever you are, and I'll see you later. Bye.